Okay, well, we're back out here again. I'm gonna mill some little bit of lumber today. Thought I'd make a video. There's our pond. It's froze over. It's been pretty cold. It's been in the teens, and then at night single digits. So this right here is a log that I milled some 2x8s out of about a month ago, I'm guessing. And I stopped because it's got some rot in it. But I'm going to go ahead and use this. I'm going to build me a little shed building down there to store my tools in while I'm working on the house, so I don't have to pack them back and forth. And then once we have the house built and live out here, that little 8-foot by 8-foot shed building will become our chicken coop. So what I'm going to do is just take a couple of 4x4's out of this right here. I need 6 4x4's total, so I'll have to go get 4 more out of another log, but I'll probably get 2 out of this. And then obviously the rotted end will be the end that goes in the ground. It's going to rot anyway, so it ought to last a few years. Let's get to it. Oh, that's some good looking wood. Well, that kind of zipped right through there. All I've ever cut's 8-inch wide material, so slabbing off 2x4s is going to be quick. I need to get me a stand built out of logs or something to get me up off the ground. That makes your back sore. Well, anyway, there's your 4x4s. Woo! Okay. We got up to about 20 degrees now, so I had to shed a layer. Anyway, we're going to put these guides on and mill this one up. probably be easier to tighten it. Ha ha! Not just a hat rack, my friend. Okay, I guess we're ready. Well, you know, doing this, as slow as it is, it makes you think of back before they had steam-powered sawmills. Because even in the 1800s, they had steam-powered sawmills, and they, you know, with a big circular blade that ran off a belt, and it cut just as fast as some of the sawmills today. So, but before that, they'd dig a big pit, probably 7 feet deep or so, and they'd put the log up on stands across that pit lengthwise. One guy'd stand on top, one guy'd stand up underneath in the pit, and they'd run a big crosscut type saw. The guy on top, you know, pull it up, and the guy on bottom pull it down. And it kind of worked like a bandsaw, but you could imagine how slow that was, how much hard work that would be. Because even this is about to kill me. I'm glad I saw that. This bolt right here is starting to come loose. This is another good point. If you're going to be out working by yourself and you're going to be far from home, you need to have tools with you. Stuff comes up, you know. And you need to have a good amount of tools with you. If I hadn't had something to tighten that up with, it'd probably be the end of my day. Well, it looks like we'll probably only get 2 4x8s out of this. I don't know. We'll see. The way these knots are, like that. See, I'm going to have to cut back here. And that's going to cut out, you know, 2.5 inches of that. Whew. Right there in the middle, it does get a little shallow, but I can leave a little bark edge on a couple of them. As long as there's 2 square edges to face towards the outsides, we'll be okay. Okay, I just wanted to show this real quick. Well, the camera's kind of going nuts. There we go. This side over here, you can see is nice and square back there. And then at this end, I barely shaved any off. Now on some applications that's okay to do. You get more yield out of your log that way, and that bark only goes up maybe 9 inches. And these posts are going to be about 18 inches in the ground, so that won't even show. And even if it did, I'd still have 2 square edges, and I would just put the bark to the inside of the building. That's for, you know, shed buildings, garages, things like that. Things that don't matter as much as a home. But I broke off a couple of screws into the log there, so I had to adjust it down to 3.5 by 3.5, which is fine. That's what you get at the lumber yard. But just to miss those screws, I'll have to cut 3.5 by 3.5. So, but like I said, that's a basic 4x4 that you would get, you know, at Lowe's or whatever. But obviously, this is oak. So I'll get to doing that and then show you what I got at the end. Okay, well, I just slabbed off this 3.5 inch thick, oh, it's about 10.5 inch wide slab, and then I'll just take 3.5 off the top, 3.5 off the top, and probably end up with some kind of a 2x4. Alrighty, here we are. 3 4x4s, well, 3.5 by 3.5. That one slab I cut, all 3 of those came out of. I still got plenty of that one log left. It's just, it looks good too. There's no rot in it. No nothing. Gotta love that oak grain. That's a nice board. Well, log. It's still a log, but it will be boards. I'll probably flatten that bottom side off and start ripping 2x4s out of it. But I'm tired for today, so we've got our 3 4x4s there, and then the other 2 are over there. So we've got our post done for the little shed / chicken coop someday. I just really kind of am tired of hauling my tools back and forth in our family car, or well, it's a minivan, but the whole back of it just full of my stuff. So with that chainsaw, it smells like gas sometimes. It's just not a good deal. And I have to haul them out here and haul them back every time. I don't want nobody taking them, so figure build me a little oak shed out here and put a padlock on it, and I can leave my tools in it, not have to pack them. And then, like I said earlier, once we move out here, then that little building can be a chicken coop. It ought to be good and strong. Those oak boards are just hard. I mean, they're just super hard. Well, I guess that's it for today. Thanks for watching.